Okay, testing. 1, 2, 3. October 23rd, Thursday. Midweek reversal. Push down into 2K in negative delta, reversing out at 24,936-ish on some inflection points of a 200 lot seller and buyer there. Got some spoofers below price action, a 911 at 24,930, an 800 at 920, and on ES, a 800 lot below price at 67.23. So we got some spoofing action going, some spoofing action at a distance. Spoofing action at a distance. And we bounced off a September 23rd volume point of control. So we're back in September volume points of control. That was a violent move to the downside. Looks like from the London session, we popped the Asia highs, came down to test the lows. The Asia low got swept. Have yet to go to yesterday's low at 806. So yesterday had some violence. Tesla earnings, I guess, were subpar or something. Let's see. Freya, go to get a drink and come back. See you soon. Absorption. CME buyers. Blah, 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 blah.
Welcome to the adventure! Choose your alter egos!
Okay.
Comes up, soldier! Let's rock! Comes up, soldier! Hold it! Ready! Fight! Shield slash! Shield slash! Charging star. Stars and stripes. Charging star. Charging star. Charging star. Shield slash. Shield slash. Stars and stripes. Final justice. Final justice. KO. Captain America. Freedom prevails.
Freedom prevails.
Let's rock. Thumbs up, soldier.
Thumbs up, soldier.
Hold it. Ready. Fight. Stars and stripes. Stars and stripes. Charging star. Charging star. Charging star. Charging star. Charging star. Charging stars and stripes. Stars and stripes. Final justice. Final justice. Danger. Gamma crush. Who's next?
So, the spoofers, what are they up to?
Let's rock. Comes up, soldier.
They don't want to give up on the 2500s, I guess.
Ready. Fight. Charging star.
25k, whatever.
Charging star. Hadouken. Charging star. Hadouken. Charging star. Hadouken. Shield slash. Shield slash. Shield slash. Hadouken. Shield slash.
Ooh, I got wrecked on that. You just did a Hadouken in my face. Now he's gone. Hulk vs. Chun-Li. Boom. No. Boom. Do do do.
Who's next?
Bidim.
Thumbs up, soldier. Ready. Fight. Charging star. Stars and stripes. Stars and stripes. Charging star. Shield slash. Shield slash. Final justice. Shield slash. Shield slash. Danger.
Alright. That lightning. Oh, come on. That was...
Final atomic buster! KO! Bangin! Continue!
Okay. Let's do the Blue Brigade. Cyclops and Captain America.
Come on!
The ultra righteous,
Get me!
cringe righteous brigade. Come on, Logan. I thought I told you. That's unacceptable, as rules as Xavier said. He means well, but Scott is kind of a prick. I can do ranged attacks too. Watch, I can do even a better one than that.
Marvelous! Danger! Behold! Optic blast! Omega... Optic blast! Your turn! Victory! Charging star! Shield slash! Shield slash! Charging star! Danger! Charging star! Hypercharging
Boom.
star!
Alright, so they're going for the spoofers to test their fervor. Do they spook them off to a lower bracket or absorb them? Let's see what's happening on the NQZ. On the next episode of NQZ.
Come and get me. Ready. Fight. Optic sweep.
Do they sweep the buyers?
Optic blast.
Cyclops seems to think so when he does his optic sweep.
Sweep.
Optic sweep.
Sweep. Behold. Optic blast. Optic sweep. Optic blast.
No, that's not. That was done wrong. He hit me when I...
Your turn.
Oh man, he gets out at the last second right there.
Stars and stripes. Shield slash.
I got him as his assist came. Nice.
Charging star. 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 Stars and stripes.
Cut right in the face. Let's just finish you off with the final justice. Alright, so these sweep to the spoofers happened. It doesn't look like they got hit on ES, but did they?
Freedom prevails.
No, they moved at the last second. And on NQ,
Thumbs up, soldier.
also moved at the last second.
Come and get me, bub. Ready. Fight.
Oops. Did they hit somebody? Because they hit some cell lot. Only 78 lot. We got 15, no, 30, 20 minutes until open.
Real claw. Optic sweep. Tornado claw. Optic blast. Optic blast. Real claw. Optic sweep. Optic sweep. Optic blast. Optic sweep. Real claw. Optic blast.
Damn, got destroyed by Wolverine.
Charging star. Charging star. Charging star. Tornado claw. Charging star. Shield slash. Tornado claw. Stars and stripes. Shield slash. Shield slash. Stars and stripes. Final justice. Charging star. Charging star. Charging star. Legion. Charging star.
Whoa.
Shield slash. Shield slash. Charging star.
No. So we swept about 600 in sell side with that push down. Are we going to get a double bottom here or what?
Continue. 8, 7, 6, 5. Choose your alter ego.
Let's just finish this up. The dream team here. For me anyway.
Thumbs up, soldier. Let's go, bub. Ready. Fight. Real claw. Real claw. Tornado claw.
See, I can do some damage too.
Charging star. Shield slash. Shield slash.
Ow.
Tornado claw. Real claw. Shield slash. Tornado claw. Shield slash. Tornado claw. Tornado claw. Tornado claw.
Boom.
Wolverine. Rookie.
So they went and swept as much of the sell side as they could and just kissed value area low and came back in.
Ready. Fight. Real claw. Tornado claw. Real claw. Real claw. Real claw. Real claw. Real claw. Tornado claw. Real claw. Tornado claw. Wolverine. Rookie.
You gotta keep it separated.
Ready. Fight.
Oh no. Damn, man, he really is a sponge for damage. He kind of cheeses, doesn't he? Not only can he like teleport, he can like shoot like 2 fireballs back to back. And his arm.
Continue.
After this event on Sunday, I'll be able to do something more cerebral as a game, but until then I'm shutting my brain off. Fighting games are that guilty pleasure of just, you know, muscle memory twitch action. It's fun. Nothing better than an old 90s fighting game. No microtransactions, shaders, or skins, or emotes, or any of that garbage. No Skinner boxes here, just good old button mashing and supers. And then when it's done, you can turn it off and not feel like you have a daily quest to be missed or some stupid stuff. Come on. See, he like literally teleports through the hit. Yeah, man.
Charging stop. Stars and strike. Charging star. Charging star. Charging star.
See, I should have been able to block that as a super and my shield too.
Continue. Choose your alter ego.
What do we want to do here? Let's do some fast and slow.
Come on. Spinal sense tingle.
Ready. Fight.
Web swing. Web throw. Web swing. Web throw. Showtime. Web swing. Web swing.
Gotta stick and move with Spider-Man.
Web throw.
Literally.
Swing.
Stick and move, stick and move. Might not even need to switch to Hulk. Damn, got him. Got him.
One for JJ.
And we're done. One for JJ.
Let's rock.
Okay. What's up? Another day, another dollar. On MQZ. 9K on his phone? What? That's crazy. Okay. 9 minutes. Apple. I have a iPhone 16. I just never saw a reason to switch. It's like, I don't know. Yeah, I was never like normally you're drawn to do something like my friend has an Android, and then every time there was never a time where I was like, damn, what, like I feel like I'm missing out or anything. It's just like, oh, that's cool, you got an Android. It was just never like something that would cause me to switch the ecosystem, you know. Plus everything works really seamless. Like I could move off my Mac Studio with my mouse cursor with my iPad next to me, and it automatically goes to my iPad. I'm like, wait, what? I didn't even know it could do that. Like it becomes an extra real estate or whatever. So they like stay in sync even. Yeah, it's just, I don't know. There's no downside to maintaining it all Apple. And they're pretty good with privacy. I've never really had a problem with that. Yeah, I wish I had a gaming PC. That's the only thing I'm like, because like they don't make games available for Mac, for whatever reason. Even though they could logistically handle it, it's just like annoying for the devs to make it available for both for some reason. But yeah, like, so I'm at this point, I'm like, and then like they don't like make consoles that great. Like Switch, for example, I would never buy Switch 2 because Nintendo's like kind of anal about their copyright and ownership stuff. So I'm like, all right, well then I won't own one. And then, but like the ROG Ally, like I'm thinking how you could dock that and then have that go to a monitor. So using like how you would use the Switch using one of those portable devices, like a Steam Deck or whatever. If I wanted to game again, there's a few games that are like calling me back. Like this last week, I saw the free beta for like Arc Raiders, which is an extraction shooter with where it's like post-apocalyptic Earth with like drones patrolling the surface, and you have to go grab some supplies and get back to underground, and it's like you can't survive above the surface for longer than like 20 minutes. So they're like these 20-minute extraction missions. So it's pretty like, and as a concept, it's pretty cool because it's like you're not going to, if anything, you engage with them to get away. Like you're not trying to fight them back. You're just there to get supplies and go back to hiding because humanity has lost. It's an interesting concept. It was by the same people that did Tom Clancy's The Division, and I played The Division on PlayStation 4 with some friends right before we got into COVID, which was eerily weird because it's about a you know, quarantine after a virus gets loose on the general public, and it takes place in DC where I'm from. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. And then we played it. And then later we're like, not cool because now we're in quarantine. So it was like, yeah, we were playing something before it happened kind of thing, but obviously not as like dilapidated because you're dealing with like factions of mercenaries and stuff for supplies. But the idea of like the what do you call it? Like the extraction ideology of like getting your guns, perks, and upgrading your gear and going back seems pretty cool. Sorry to hear that, T.O. I saw your message. Hopefully you feel better. He just says feels terrible, not in chat. In general. Yeah. It's getting colder, so yeah, I like take a siesta before I stream after work to get like some stamina back, and it's getting harder to get up afterwards. I'm like, get up, bitch, and I do like 50 sit-ups and then get up. What's that? What's that? Oh, for blood flow or something? Damn. Wouldn't that make for going to work a little bit weird? Oh no. Yeah, I don't I don't think that'll work. Yeah, it's in the education system, so that's a big nope from me. That would be yeah. Yeah, exactly. 5 seconds. Here we go on that note. So far, the double bottom is holding. We did have those spoofers pre-market get swept and they disappeared, but they kind of like just double kissed the value area low. I still didn't feel like confident in that, but we'll see. Back to this little weird node. Boop boop be doop. What are we up here? We got a double point of control at 25.47, which we previously rejected just as New York started. Other than that, the previous month high that we're hitting right now, which is the area we broke through from London. Okay. I remember like an hour in after the open, there was like some really easy low hanging fruits that presented themselves amidst our conversations. So I'm just going to see what kind of low hanging fruits present themselves, if any. I don't really see anything noteworthy yet for myself personally. Oh, oh, nice. We got the spoofer on ES below price action, so it looks like they want it to go up too. 740 lot at 67.3275. Gold. You got the spoofer just moved to above price at 67.45 with 650. So they want to clear some order. Let's see if they get swept. Oh, they moved it last second as it moved. Well, 300 amount of that guy. $800 spoofer above price action at 25.60 on NQ. Just above the, because they just appear out of nowhere with the 800 lot, and they're just like, hi, I have 800, and they use it as a carrot to drive price action, and then they don't intend to actually execute. Right. And they can use it as like a call on in like poker, because it causes, like, if there was a buyer, it should fulfill their sell at 25.60 by going to get it. And if there isn't, it will like cause price to flush. So it's like they put it in the opposite direction they want price to go, to call on the buyer to do something in this case. I've only noticed it through experience, like what their intention behind that is. Like, it's always the opposite of that. Like, they're not always in control either, because they move it, and but I know they don't intend to execute, because they always move it. But they either get it in their favor or they don't. But it tells you like what a big player wants, basically. So he's most likely going to move it at 25.60 if it starts to get close there. Nice. Yeah, that's good though. It's good to play low risk, low reward to build the consistency for sure. They moved that. I don't know how they moved that when it didn't even move until the last second like that. They were really good at moving their 800 lot without executing it. Where did we come up to? Let's see. Weekly open. Okay, we're back to weekly open. So the double bottom so far was the play. The pre-market double bottom. It's Control Shift F4, I think, or whatever. Command Shift F4. Wait. Something. Wait, what is it? Sorry, I use Chromebooks at work, and I think I'm mixing up Chromebooks. What is it again? Ah, it's the not F4. Yeah, that's Chromebook. It's 4 and 5. Gotcha. So they nearly converted all of that delta, negative delta, into positive delta for the day. Wow, you got a 1,500 lot above price action at 67.52 on ES. Let's see how they handle that guy. Who was typing in the chat that they played? Oh, that was Big Profits, Arc Raiders. Yeah, that was fun. I only played the tutorial, but I watched people play it, and I was like, damn, this is looking like pretty damn good. I like that you don't have to worry about if you die. Like if you die, it's like that's part of it. So it's not like you need to worry about polishing your KD or anything, like you are going to die kind of thing. Nice. What's up? Uh, I don't know if I was talking about it, but you might have been. Yeah, I'm streaming, so I'm keeping my, my words scripted, let's say. We got those interesting spoofers above price. This is a nice slingshot that's forming here. Not really, no. Which are better, almonds or peanuts? I thought so. Yeah, peanuts are good. Oh, they hit the 1800 lot on ES, like it got executed. Nice. Damn. That was some aggressive jitter there. Just stabbed the 120s. Not apparently not. I think you're a day early. Ah, I see. Oh, that's nice. Taking them somewhere or... That's cool. Yeah, they got a lot of cool stuff in Japan. I've never had complaints about like what to do. What's this 1200 spoofer gonna get swept up? Wow, they swept them. They actually executed 1,000 on NQ. Somebody bought 1,000 at 115. That moves the volume point of control to where we're at. If they're leaving that little double bottom behind, this would be where they do it. Yep. I took that inflection point because that's kind of what I was waiting for. Stop at break even because if it goes back on it, I don't want to be in it anymore. Go for it. Go for the gold. This is awesome. This is what you like to see, some trend action that you get in on. Where it's just like, I'm going to just like lock in some of this and move it up a little bit. Just like, you know, reward your time and push of the button, you know. And boom, this is awesome. Watching that spoofer get swept showed me who was in control, and I just was like, all right, go above that guy's entry and I'm in. And I'm going to peel off at the 60s. And we are out. Cha-ching. I mean, you could just keep going all day, but I don't like adrenaline. I'm doing it for the money, not the thrills. Yeah, that was good. Nice. Woke, you got it too. Nice, nice, nice. That was fucking pretty good. Seeing the sweep of that spoofer, and then they forcibly bought 1,000. It shows that there was like a buyer that's like, nah, bitch, we're going up. Yeah, that was an undeniable like sweep. Surprisingly, we only or like positive 1,000 in delta, so there's been a lot of like peeling off of cells on the way up. Aggressive 100 lot cells and whatnot. We'll probably just consolidate here for a little bit. Who knows? All right. That was good. Yeah, I have no idea what it's going to do up here. Let's see what level we're hitting real quick. Hold up. We're at the Monday midpoint. The previous week high is up at 25,179 and a volume point of control not far away from that. Other than that, there's nothing really here to stop us from keep on going. Oh. Protect your balls. Oh, Lord, protect your balls. Let's fight in love. De subarashi chin chin mono wake ga wakaranai. Hey, hey, let's go. Kenka suru. Or where he's looking at them talking while he's seeing the reflection in the ring and they're all fighting. That's nice. We got some more spoofers above price action that are most likely trying to get out, maybe, because they might actually get executed, but who knows? They might be creating a sell wall. It is before the news, 3 minutes. They have a cumulative delta on Tradeovate? Yeah, I use those on my left chart. I have the like per 2000 tick, like I have where the breakdown of all the trades is in that like histogram or whatever. So it's like you can see which side wins in each 2K candle kind of thing. Different things stand out at different times, so it's kind of like I don't look at it all at once. I'm just like, okay, well, let's see. Oh, okay, that one had negative 243. Like, I can kind of see which one won which. It's like I look at them as auctions, like each 2K candle is an auction. $30. Wow, jinx. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Here we go. Watch your anus. Looks like it's gonna be a slingshot to continue. And here we go. Let's fight team love. Subarashi chin chin. So Japan got like a conservative woman as their prime minister, I guess. Hey, gotta try something new. No fuss, no muss. We pulled back with that jitter just now, 3 on 400 sell side. They did like a psych on the breakout. They're like, wait, what? Oh, breakout? No. We still got that 600 lot on ES at 65 or 67.65.75, followed by a 300 lot at 67.67. Nothing noteworthy in terms of resting orders on NQ other than there's more to the upside than below. More at 25.2, 25.215, and so on. It's the eldritch horrors of this SR zones. Nyarlathotep is waiting on the upside. The undulating, non-Euclidean tentacles slithered around like a pit of snakes. Why is it always got to circle back to 6? Oh my god. Boom, boom, boom. All right, so we came above a little bit of that sell juice at 154. I still think this thing's just going to be like rocking it to the upside like it always does. But who knows? I mean, we'll see how it reacts to those like sellers at 67, 65. They might be creating that sell wall. It's not going above it until it does. It's getting another 394 in sell side with this push back down. Can they engineer the slingshot? I'm just observing. I took mine at the 60s. Another 500 spoofer came to the party at 67.64. That makes for a mighty amount up above price action. Sellers making an attempt here, but it's looking to fall short. Or is it? Yep. And it's just like you put in the time and you just see it. And it's like literally like that guy watching the Matrix Code. You're just like woman with the red hat, and there's some seller absorption. Well, I think we call it a toss should have like a Black Friday thing, but I don't know what type of thing you're in the market to add, but I've just found the tosses like visuals for footprints to be the best. Like I would beg anyone to show me something better, but it's like the way that it color weights everything just makes it where it stands out within the context of what you're looking for when you're looking for it, so it doesn't make it so busy unless you want it to be. So like if you zoom out, it'll only show you the noteworthy characters or whatever. Another 500 on ES, that 67.59. So they're tiering this kind of wall to the downside. Sellers showing something here. Doom, doom, ES has the more resting orders, so I'm going to leave bookmap on ES so I can see that spoofer action. That's kind of why I reinvested with like different payouts. Like I'm like, all right, well, the one thing I'm missing is liquidity, so let's get a toss. And then after that, I'm like, I had parallels on my Mac Studio, so I'm not seeing the DOM on a toss, and I felt like that was something I was missing. So I was like, okay, let's get the Global Lifetime Plus, and then I got Bookmap. So now I'm like, I don't have anything I ever need again. It's like, I think that's about it. Yeah. Yeah. And then like there's one thing that I was like 0 DTE and the dark pools and the gamma and everything. Like I'm aware of that, and we had this conversation before, but it's like that's an area I'm aware of, but I'm like I don't really want to go that far. I think I'm good where I'm at. But I know there's another facet to it that I'm not monitoring, if you will. But I know that's where you guys have those Gex walls and everything. And the commitment of traders and all that, and options expiration, like there's a whole like other facet there. All right, so the seller's establishing some sort of foothold here. Is that where like the kill pips and these guys get their levels? Because there's like a whole like bunch you could pay to get these services, but it's like I don't want to like rely on somebody else's like what is it, research or whatever they're doing. Like it's kind of like if I don't know, if I can't understand it personally, then it like messes with me. But it should be, if it works, it works. I get it, but like there's something, the scientist mindset in me is like I have to know what that means, like fundamentally, like, oh, there's JP Morgan trying to sell like 1,000 contracts up here. Like I see. Like if I understand that, then I would feel more satisfied. But it's the same thing like when I studied like atoms and stuff. Like I don't accept like the Bohr's model. It's like I have to go down to the like orbital cloud and like see the space between the electrons and be like, okay, now I understand electrons. Got it. It's the autistic nerd in me, I guess. We're coming back. Huh? We just came back on a autist, probably. We just came back on like 100 lot seller at 131. If we kiss this guy and then reverse on him, we could get some seller fatigue here. It was a 269 delta push down and a 443 push up. So this is where it's sellers losing steam or not. Dope. The second candidate seller is at 149.75. If it goes above that, the sellers are really losing steam. And then you have the initial guy at 154. That's about it for it's a pretty deep pullback slingshot, but the slingshot idea could still be in play. The slingshot to the upside may be the case. Do you sweep that spoofer? Or is this a FU to continue? It is. It literally is. That was nice, though. I liked that initial trade. That was a really smooth, no drawdown, just straight into profit, and then some. Mm-hmm. What was that guy who just entered? There was a 100 lot buyer. Is he going to get rewarded at 135? It's immediately bouncing off of him, so we'll see. We do have the dots on Tio's old dot system, some buy dots. Dot, the dot, the dot, the dot. Add. I decline. That was literally, as you said, short. Is there some other news that ES has just broke that little internal low? Doobie doobie doo. So surprisingly, that like jitter to the downside didn't really take much in terms of delta. It was like negative 27. So it didn't, it was like break even. We're back at that 1,000 lot player zone, which has become the volume point of control now. So this is the volume point of control at 115 from where that buyer forcibly bought 1,000. 200, 801 plus 441, so 1,200. Do you know the idea of like triple tops and stuff like that? Like how price reverses? Bitcoin used to love like a pattern of 4. They would do like the 4th one, and then you could get the like short on the 4th hit. There was like a special thing to look out for. I don't think NQ necessarily has the same thing, but nice. Got another ad of a seller on this drop down. You hit 208, and then somebody just added 103 at 99. We have a double volume imbalance at 87-ish. Now you got 1,000 lot spoofer on NQ at 25,134. Trying to suppress it down, and it's doing its job. We just hit the first volume imbalance. Add. Hit another 91 lot. I do. It came from like this video done by the original artist because he saw all the GIFs that people made and then he made like a compilation. It's quite possibly one of the best music videos. Where is that? Let me see. Yeah, and then he came to some realization about it, and then he had a epiphany where he like just embraced it all. This is actually from the original artist. Ooh, we got another 25. Huh? Yeah. Oh, the 1,000 lot guy that was spoofing was about to get executed and they removed it. That was a good touch and go on the volume imbalance. Oh, snap. Holy moly. What was that? It was happening on the toss as I said it. We just hit a 486 seller at 150. That was crazy. What was that? Was there some sort of news? Some tweet? Like, world peace with China. There's a thing that I was interested in checking out, which is called like squawks. And then squawks, like a bird squawk in your ear about news. Like it would say Trump tweeted blah, blah, blah. And it would like tell you what happened so you don't have to look it up. Apparently like Rips from Top Step was using something like that, and somebody was like, oh, there's blah blah blah, and then somebody was like, how do you know that? And he's like, oh, I have something called squawks. My book map does that in my ear where they're like sweep buyers bring NQ blah blah blah. I muted it on my stream because it's kind of annoying, but it still plays in my ear. Okay. Oogly doogly. Yeah, good question. Well, we technically hit the previous week high to the letter and then rejected off of that. And then we came to this super trend on my screen and cloud on the 2-minute, which is also like a range from London. And we bounced off that. And so I guess we're trying to like see what happens at the previous week high or something. The 1,000 spoofers back at 25,170. Mr. 1000, you're back. Mr. 1000. It's the smell. Ah, that sweep up cleared all of those resting orders too. It scared them away. They were like, yeah, like flies flying around somebody's head who swatted them. So now there's no more resting orders. To those large players are gone on ES. On the above price action anyway, but the NQ one still has 1,000 that just lifts it at 25,170. We got that 486 seller at 150 that got hit on the way up. So seeing how they react at that 150 is, do they reward that seller or start to punish them? What did he do? That's fishy. What? Yeah, that's kind of why they wanted their own ecosystem, I would imagine, so that they could be in charge of the back end. Right, like they got that whole tilt thing, so I would imagine they're like offering that type of back end data to the highest bidder type of thing. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm agreeing with you here. Hmm. We just created a little mini node at the value area high too, and then that 480 character I told you at 150, it's like we switched him into a candidate for punishment, so that means upside, and you got the spoofer at 170 sweating their balls now, so um yeah, I agree. Protect my balls. Let's fighting love. We created some volume imbalances on the 1,000 tick, so it was pretty violent in the movement up, and we didn't really generate much buy side capture, so that could be a telltale to the upside. The spoofer just ran with their tail between their legs at 170. They're gone now. The spoofer is gone. The spoofer above El Hadi normally, like, they normally want the opposite of where they've spoofed, is what I've noticed for the majority of the time. And then when it gets to that, if it doesn't work out the way they expect, they remove their order before it executes, which tells me they wanted the opposite thing to occur. They don't want to execute their order, if that makes sense. that was pretty beast on the move up. We telegraphed that. We telegraphed the slingshot off the 150 candidate here. So hopefully you got something paid off of the trades, and we'll catch you tomorrow. So stay frugal, stay positive, stay blessed.